What's up? It's Lip Service. I'm Angela Yee.
I'm Gigi Maguire.
I'm Jasmine Brand.
I'm Mora.
Mario.
Hey. This is your third time on.
It's my third time?
And you always
we
sing
did
to
once
us.
during
crazy.
the pandemic.
Yep.
And then we did it one time before that. So I think it was
Damn,
like
that's crazy.
2018. And then,
2018, yep.
yeah, we
It just
always
be
have a
going.
good time.
It's just always have a good time.
Now
it's
here
always
we are
lit.
again.
We here.
And
What's
you
up, lady?
always sing to us. Thank you.
You're welcome. Of course.
He actually is a real singer, as we learned
You know what
during
I'm
verses.
Right.
Yeah, we did learn that.
Real
Facts,
singers
man.
still.
If we didn't know,
Now we know.
How y'all
we
know that
know.
before that, though? That's crazy.
Well, no,
We knew that.
Of course we
Yeah.
knew.
But
some
you know
people
what?
live
Yeah.
are different.
Yeah, it
It's true.
is.
It's
Yeah.
facts.
As we learned
Nah,
during
my shit-
verses.
As we learned.
Right.
My shit be on. My mic be on. All
Yeah.
the way.
I mean, but your people was trying to sabotage your boy.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
that? Who?
No,
Who
they,
you talking about?
no,
Your
you were trying to
people.
sabotage other singers.
I was?
Yeah.
Your team.
We would never do
No, I'm
that.
playing.
We're
I'm
just
playing.
joking.
Yeah, we're just
We
joking.
would never. That's
He got serious,
not.
like, huh?
Wait,
Nah,
what?
my team.
What type of
Like,
accusations?
I
No, that
always
was a
believe
joke,
that everybody
guys.
got to have fair play.
Yeah.
You
know what I'm
sabotaged
saying?
them with
I
your
never
voice.
needed to- Thank you, baby. I never needed to, have the smoke and mirrors and do like weird stuff
Right.
like no other artists do. I've had other artists try to sabotage my situation
Really?
on tours and different stuff. We ain't got to go into the details.
For real?
But like I already know that. But yeah, but nah, everybody
Wait a minute,
had the same
You don't
look.
have to say who, but just give us an
Now let
example
me
of what
explain
they
to
try
y'all.
to do.
So with verses, y'all gotta understand. Verses is really set up for hip hop, right?
Mhm.
Verses is really
Right.
like going back and forth. You on the block, like old school, like that's what it feels
a
like. So
battle.
I went
Mhm.
to verses with that in mind. You know what I'm saying? That was my. Like, I didn't have a set list. The dude was asking me, he's like, "Yo, so what's your set list?" I said, "Bro, I don't have a set
You went
list.
as real.
What?
I
You didn't
went
have
as
a set
real,
list?
but I didn't have a set
Alter
list.
ego, okay.
I didn't have a set like sequence to my.
This song,
Okay.
that song.
Most of the artists did, so they knew. So for me, it was like I'm gonna go with the energy go. Wherever the energy go, that's where I'm gonna go. That's why my set felt like I'm like, yo, break it down, just guitar and me. Let me talk to the lady. Like, but I also knew that was people watching at home. So my mindset was like, I gotta sing to both. That's how. Yeah, that's what I was.
Well, it
like.
worked.
Right.
It
You did a great job.
Thank you.
That was amazing. It's funny
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like you do be trying to mind your business all the
I'm
time.
trying. I
But
do.
You said my
I
mind is
actually
always
do.
on. Period.
My mind is on my business. I ain't gonna lie to you.
right.
That's how I always been. But that type of thing is like it's so raw,
hmm
and a lot of people don't know who I really am outside of social media. You know
That
what I'm
worked
saying?
out though in your favor
It
for
did.
sure.
It really did.
I think it caught people off guard, though.
Way off guard.
Yeah.
Way
They
off.
wasn't ready.
And
It
I
was
do want to
crazy.
say, and I want to,
But I
somebody
enjoyed
gave
it,
me a
man.
message for you.
Shout out
too.
to all the homies on the show. Shout out to everybody that
He was
is
like, don't
in
reignite
R&B.
this.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? No, like, because I think that as an R&B artist, we got to support each other.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And all my bros on there that been doing this for so long. We've been in the game. We still here. So it's a blessing. But nobody ever tried to sabotage nothing.
Shout out to RSVP.
Yeah, shout out to RSVP, the whole squad. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's up?
we
What's
saw
up?
Ray, we
What's
just
up?
saw Ray J.
We did.
Yeah,
For
we just
sure.
saw
saw
him.
we did.
You all right?
Yeah.
He
Gigi
came
just
up. He
wet
came on the
herself.
show. What are you?
I squirted. Sorry.
Gigi's over here peeing on herself.
Say where
It
you
be
at?
happening.
No, she spilled water on her.
It be happening.
Mhm.
It be happening.
So anyway, yeah. So back to that. I have a message for you from someone.
All right.
Being that your self-titled debut album is 20 years old.
Yeah.
So Thea Mitchum,
Okay.
who is my boss at iHeart,
Oh, we
Okay.
love
I
you.
was just with her earlier, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to do lip service with Mario."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Please
Thea.
tell him I said hi." She was like, "I did his first ever interview when he was 15 years
Wow.
old."
Yeah.
She said he didn't even know how to do drops yet,
Nah,
and she
I had
gave you
no
the
idea.
drop list, and you were like, "How do you do this?"
Nah,
Aw.
it's crazy, man. I see so many people through the years that because for me, I don't put it in a capsule and like put up like pictures or like have like I like to stay in the moment so I can keep growing as an artist. But when I see people and I hear stories, man, it's so humbling to see like, just still being here, and doing it and being passionate about it and still loving it. Like
Yeah.
I still love going to the studio for 16 hours. I still love the creative process. I still love the touring and being on the road and sleepless nights. And like, I love the process of it. Like I just started yesterday.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Think back to like, and I was picturing that in my head. Like, she was like, he was just so sweet, just this little boy, 15
Aw.
years old, coming in. How did you manage to maintain? Because I know sometimes being a child star
Shout
can
out to
be
Thea. Thank you, love.
really difficult. And then you see people like later on in life, you're like, damn, what,
They look bad too. Like they've been through some stuff.
But what's
Yeah.
your whole like routine as far as keeping yourself up?
Yeah. Mindset. I think it starts with mindset. I've been challenged my whole life since I was a kid growing up in Baltimore. I grew up in 18 people in one household, cops running in, tearing up my cousin's rooms, trying to find drugs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Seeing my mom go through what she went through, not growing up with a dad. Like, so my grandmother was like my mom for real.
Mhm.
She was the one who kept me close to God. Went to church every Sunday, every Wednesday.
Did you sing in
very
church?
God-fearing. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Who
I
your
sung on the Busy Bee Choir. I was the youngest person on the
Oh,
Busy Bee Choir.
nice.
I know that's
Yeah.
right.
Did you have the lead?
I did.
I could see that.
They were like a little young Michael Jackson in here.
Oh, happy day.
Right.
Who,
Nah, it starts there, and I think that because I seen so much and I was exposed to so much from a young age. When I started in music, I think the uncomfortable part was just being around so many different types of people and things having to be a certain way, or now things are more free, but back then you had media training. You got, don't say this in the interview. You got to do it like this. You know what I'm saying? But I think just starting there helped me to understand how to overcome challenges. And then as I got older, I started getting into mysticism. I became a mystic when I was like 22, 23.
Right.
So that entailed me just studying everything from anti-aging to most religions, how things are connected, quantum physics, all these different things that I don't really talk about, but I practice it in my life in real time. Like,
you studied Islam for...
Yeah, I was Muslim for 4 years, 5 years.
Okay. So tell me about that period of time.
And did you do Ramadan too?
Yeah, absolutely. Every year. I didn't go to Mecca, but I would say that Islam at 14 years old helped me to understand fearlessness and discipline. And there's no disconnect between you and God. That was my first, because certain religions, there's this disconnect. You got to do this in order to get this, right? So it's like, in others, it's like, you just exist as you are and know that there's just you and God, right? And so I think Islam gave me that sense of self and sense of confidence that I didn't have to sacrifice anything to be loved by God.
How did your family feel about that, being that you grew up going to church and then they
didn't know.
Oh, they didn't know?
A lot of my family didn't know because I had moved away from home and I went back when I was 18.
Okay.
So, and I don't think that there was no like parental guidance for me during that time in terms of my family because my mom was not there. My grandmother had passed. So it was just different. I was like kind of like a lone wolf. I moved with another family. Like I was living in Jersey with a whole other family. Like it was a different thing. So I just had to kind of understand that this was, what my life was. And it was just me and God.
So who would you say taught you how to be a man?
God. Because there's not really male figures that I can look at, not even in today's society, that I can say like, oh, I want to be like that man. Like, nah, I was never like that. That's why I've always been a loner. I've always been kind of like doing things my own way. I make my mistakes and I learn from them. And it's just me and God.
How do you learn things about whatever man things are, like things you learn?
Yeah, like what do men learn?
What do you,
What do you mean?
How to
Give me
put
an
on a
example.
condom.
Yeah, like
How to put on a
condom.
I put my first condom on when I was 12 years old.
Wow.
How did you figure it
I
out?
just did it.
At least you knew to use one.
How did
you figure it out at 12?
I was like,
Are there
It's just
instructions on condoms?
I don't know.
It's kind of
No, there's no
self-explanatory.
distractions.
But if you didn't have a
She
male
was 14 years old.
Nobody taught me
So
how to put on
Clearly,
the
she
condom,
had
and I did it with
experience
my
already.
mouth.
She knew.
She was
Okay.
14.
Right? She was 14 years old.
You weren't 12 though.
I
And
was
so
like 16.
I did a lot of things early on in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like when you trial and error, just like anything else.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that I feel like mindset-wise that was instilled in me from God, I got to continue to say God because that's the truth, is learning from the outside world. Like I don't need to do something to learn that is not good to do. Like I can look at someone else make a mistake and be like,
that's ideal, but
I'm not
Yeah.
going to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, I
Like
got
I'm
it.
not one of
Okay.
those people who need to go through it to know that.
But in relationships, it's harder to do that because
Oh,
sometimes,
for sure.
yeah, when you're in a relationship, it's easy on the outside to be like, this is what I should and should not do. But what
Yeah.
you actually do
When you're in it.
yes.
is completely different.
Yeah.
100%.
Like,
That's all trial and error.
have you
That's
ever had
all.
a girl play you?
Of course. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
I've had girls play me just like in regular. I've been denied. I've been, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's-
What about
when
you?
you say play, what you mean though?
Like, you know,
break
maybe
your
you
heart?
thought she liked you, but she really was using you for another
Nah. Every girl I ever dated really liked me.
Mhm.
And I still can call them right now to this day. Like, what's up? What you want?
Wow,
That's what I'm
And
talking
they're
about.
sitting
confidence.
like-
Okay.
and it's not even from like a toxic standpoint. It's just like I'm very like friends with all my, you know what I'm saying? If I'm dating a girl, like we friends first. Like
That's
we
one of
homies,
your.
you
That's
know
one
what
of your
I'm saying?
Virgo traits.
Like you,
that's one.
you
Yeah,
make sure
nah,
you
that's
facts.
one of your
had
Virgo traits.
closure, so you make sure you left on
It don't-
good.
It don't always leave on good terms, but it ends up being like that later on. You know, sometimes shit end crazy. You know what I'm saying? I had shit end when it's like we traveled together, like we out of the country, that shit end like, all right, man, we going back home alone. Type.
Damn.
Yeah.
What could happen on a trip outside of the country that would make somebody be
Man,
like
the same thing that could happen in
Anywhere
Miami
else.
at the hotel
Right.
or in Chicago. Like,
Well, what's
it
I know
don't
because I'm
matter,
saying
like,
it seems like you're talking about a specific situation.
Right.
Yeah,
I
no, we're
wanna
not gonna
know.
get into specifics, but I say that like it's just
You get no
She went through your
you
specifics.
know, it's
phone.
just like, you know, I don't even want to know I'm talking about it. Like, you feel me?
Ah.
Oh,
But like it's just really like it's like expectations
Mhm.
can sometimes kill the present moment. And I know we all have expectations, right? But you got to manage them well and allow sometimes yourself to like accept someone's flaws or accept that things may not be the way that you expect them to be, right? But you got to look at the like level maybe 50, 60% that you do like about the situation.
Right.
And a lot of times it could be a clash that's like hard to come back from.
And man,
Know
no
what I
one's
mean?
perfect, but
Yeah.
we gotta get perfect
What's your
together.
biggest flaw in relationships?
My flaw?
Your flaw.
I think my lifestyle, honestly, and it's something that I can't really change.
Okay.
At some point, it becomes a problem. You know, it could be like old friends calling your phone, or you like you might be linking with somebody on some business shit, and it looked like it could be something else. You know what I mean? Also, Virgos, we're a flirt. I'm a flirt. I think that would be my biggest flaw. Being a flirt and not meaning it to be like a sexual thing, but just really being interested in someone understanding your energy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you have to be intimate conversation for someone to understand
without intention.
without intention, right?
Yeah.
And then, so I think that would be
I can relate to
Virgo's a
that
flirt.
as a
We're
Gemini.
flirtatious beings. Like
My
we're
daughter's a Virgo. What
very
about
sexual,
her?
very flirtatious,
Your
very.
daughter's always flirting.
We like touch. We like connecting. We
Okay.
like.
There you go, Angela.
Who said? What you say?
Let me stop mom shaming. No, her daughter's one. People think I mom shame her, but we joke around all the time.
She calls me a bad mom.
Why?
Look, she's trying to make it worse. She wants some sympathy.
and it's me. I'll be like, no, you're not. Don't say that, Jasmine. No, you're not.
No, but she is a new mom.
She's
Congrats.
a new mom,
Yeah,
and
thank
she's
you.
a
How old?
working
Would you
woman
have a
and
girl or
she's
boy?
busy.
I had a girl.
Congrats.
Thank you. Do you want kids?
One day. One
Okay.
day. Yeah.
You said
See,
it.
it's the thing where it's like a lot of people ask why I'm 36. Why don't you have kids? How
It's
you
a
don't
red
have
flag,
kids?
you said.
What'd you say?
Yeah, so you put
That's
that on
rare
Twitter. It's
for a
red
man
flag.
to be your age and not have a child.
Yeah, it is.
That's rare.
It's not rare, it's smart.
I'm with
It's
it.
both.
I like
It's
it.
both smart
I
and
like
rare.
it. Yeah.
It is
It's a
honestly,
hybrid.
It can be
And I'ma tell you,
responsible if you know
It's
that's
very
not.
responsible.
Or he could have got
There's
girls
no
pregnant.
right or wrong
I've been
in life.
Everybody calm down. There's no
I've
right
been
or wrong.
meeting a lot of 36, 35,
He
30
gets-
that don't have
have
kids.
kids.
Right. He been
That's fire.
learning how to put on condoms from a young age.
Age, right? So
Since he was
that's
12.
where
early.
he
No, that's
learned
right.
the first right thing.
You got decades of experience.
He has one on right
Have you
now.
ever had
That's
any slip ups?
Yeah, early on in my life.
But what kind of slip up?
Like
Oh
I,
didn't hear
like the girl
Like-
got pregnant before.
And what happened? She terminated it?
Yeah.
Well,
Were you okay with that? Or is this
Nah,
it was like a
It was
mutual?
it was traumatizing.
Mhm.
How old were you?
Like early 20s, 22,
okay.
I think.
Was it her choice or was it like a mutual choice?
There was no choice at first, and then it ended up being her choice, and then it was mutual.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Only time.
You know, I
Yeah.
think sometimes people
One-
don't think
one
about how
time
that
for
affects
me.
men.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
a lot of times, because I mean, it's our body, so it affects us the most.
Yeah.
But
Nah, it's crazy. The reason why it was crazy is because when she decided that it was going to happen, it was in the middle of a snowstorm, right? And we in Baltimore, and I was like, I have to take you. Like, I'm gonna go with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to do it by yourself. And so we got stuck in the snow, and I just remember like being the only person out there pushing the car in the snow. She in the car crying, and I'm pushing the car. We like a block away from the spot. When we get there, you know what I'm saying, get out, go in there, I put a little mask on. This before like we was wearing masks,
Right.
but like put it on. She do it, come back out. And it was just like going through that whole process with her. Like I was like, I would never want to put a woman through this again.
right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Are you still cool with her?
We haven't spoken in years.
Okay.
How did that affect the relationship after that?
I mean, we weren't together. Like we didn't stay together. We were more friends than anything. It's just something that kind of happened because our connection was crazy. You know what I mean?
Being that it was a snowstorm and all of that, did y'all look at that as like maybe a sign? I know some
That's
people.
what I thought he was going to say.
That's what I thought too.
That's what I thought he was going with it.
The decision was made. I think the decision was made already.
Right.
I
And
just
then
wanted
it
to make
snowed.
sure I got it there. It was right. But the day that we went, the snow was crazy, but we had already.
Yeah.
Like we not. There's no turning back.
Right.
Yeah,
we
that's
did the car.
Yeah.
No, but it's true because sometimes people look at that like I had one when I was younger, and when I went, the Planned Parenthood was closed because they had protesters the day before, and they said they were able to reach everybody but me.
To tell you that they was gonna be closed.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you thought that was a sign that you should do it.
That you
no,
shouldn't.
my friend was like, "This might be a sign." I was like, "It's a
Like to
sign. We
keep
got
it
to
in.
make another appointment."
It's a sign to find another office. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Crazy.
Right.
It's crazy. But
Next.
I want to say that, like, you know, to this conversation, because it's a heavy conversation.
Yeah.
To young people who are going through it, you know what I mean? Like, I think that there's also a healing process that comes after that. Like, you gotta allow yourself to heal. Ladies, y'all gotta allow yourself to heal from those types of, you know, situations. And both,
It made me
like,
get on
have a
birth control
conversation,
right
like,
after that, though.
Yeah.
Because you're real easy. Women are real easily get pregnant right after having an abortion.
Yeah.
Man,
And
it's
then
crazy.
sometimes it could be like, well, she had 3 abortions already. Let me at least, you know, this time we're going to keep it. Because that's what happens.
Yeah.
Like, they feel bad that they put you through it. But I tell you, right after that, I was like, let me get on the pill so I don't
That's
ever
when
have
I
to
got
go.
on, after I had one, I got on a pill too. I was like, oh, I don't want to go through this again.
Mm-hmm. And now
I think being responsible is a big part of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In a country where we promote sex and, you know, being outside and all this so much, it's like it's constantly in your subconscious mind. You know what I'm saying? And it's a way for us to escape our, like, intimacy. It's funny, we'll get into the record, but like intimacy is like the culprit. You know, no matter which way you're going in a relationship, intimacy is that place where we usually give in, no matter what's going on. We can hate each other, but we still gonna fuck. Like,
somebody
you know
told me that when they're in an argument and fighting, their dick gets hard.
What?
I was like,
I was like, that sounds
Interesting.
toxic.
Yeah.
That's extreme.
That's
That's on
Mario.
the extreme
He was like-
high.
Yeah.
He was like,
Did you say that's me?
Yeah.
Why you say that?
Because you were shaking your head like,
Yeah.
Nah,
fair.
I'm saying that's crazy. Like, that's interesting. Not
I've never
during.
had it.
Not during.
I don't even, nah, I ain't thinking about
He's
that.
not
during.
even
Yeah.
going to argue.
I'm not, no, I ain't, she said that.
Do you argue?
I
Hell
debate.
You debate.
Exactly.
I debate.
He too calm. Like, he not even going
That
to
those
be the ones.
That's
Those are
debate.
the
That's debate. That's
Mario
his
definitely
word.
got it in him.
Don't.
It's Gigi always trying to help them out.
Nah, I appreciate you, Gigi. It starts off, I am calm. Even in my frustration, I'm calm. I will say this.
I ain't no pussy.
Even in my
Well, I wasn't
frustration,
saying
I'm
it like
calm.
that.
But it's like, there is like a turning point where that calmness turns into rage in certain moments, right?
Mhm.
But it's like I'm always thinking about the consequences of shit. So even if I want to do something so bad, I'm already thinking about that's gonna happen and that's gonna, so let me just, and then by the time then I just calm. I mean, I'm over it. It's not
You
even
done talked
that serious.
yourself
It's
out
like
of
a
it.
chess thing.
But it's
Like,
also
move
like,
in.
yo, what is smart? I'm just at a point in my life where it's like I have a certain emotional intelligence because I grew up in such toxic situations.
Mhm.
So I know how to deal with them. I understand if I just know the game of it.
Yeah.
I know that at the end of the day, a lot of times how we communicate as human beings are from the ego, unfortunately. And so if that's the case, then if I'm sharing my space with this woman, like, I gotta make sure that as the man, I gotta make sure that we get a solution out of this situation. Because it's not smart. It's just not emotionally smart to continue to allow something that's probably not even that big of a deal. And even if it is, let's understand each other because we need to know where we're going.
Yeah, I always say in relationships, knowing how to argue properly is so important.
Yeah.
But that makeup sex is crazy though. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
like
that's
this
what I'm
shit,
saying.
I
I
don't
know.
get.
Makeup sex,
It's
yeah.
crazy because this passion is real energy.
Oh my God, yeah.
Energy don't die. It's transferred.
start
So it's like,
crying
you know
and
what I'm saying?
shit.
Yeah, then be mad after.
But hopefully we done made up though. Like, hopefully we got it to a solution before we get there.
I feel like you're an old soul. Are you?
Me too.
Yeah.
I feel like that. My grandmother used to tell me that all the time. She used to tell me that all the time.
But normally, like when you're raised by grandma, is that kind of that's instilled in you.
I was raised by my grandmother and my great grandmother was around.
Oh,
you know what I'm
wow.
saying? And then I had older cousins and my whole family. We were all like really close. So it's like, but I think the old soul part is something that also comes from source. Like my purpose was already written before I was born. You know what I'm saying? I feel like our purpose is already written. You know what I'm saying? Or at least a large portion of it. How we achieve it, that's on us. We figure that out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, let's get to the music because we were
Let's
just
talk
talking
about
about
it.
that.
Yeah.
We got a little preview.
We did. Yeah.
We did.
Used to Me. So
Yeah.
tell us what this song is about for real. You and Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah, shout out to Ty, the whole team. Listen, I think that it's basically what we've been talking about. You know, intimacy is the culprit in that fine line of like which way we're going. It's like, in between, you know, love and losing the love, how pleasure goes from pleasure to pain, like all these different things. Intimacy is usually that middle ground where it's just like, this is where we can meet. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, it's like that in a lot of situations. But this song is really just like that type of conversation. You know, I open this. This is where our paths cross, and it's like, right.
Get used to me or don't get
like,
used to me.
Right.
Used to me, like you're used to me.
Yeah.
Like you used to me being in your, like, don't get used to me not being in your bed. Like, don't get used to sleeping without me.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what it's
We
about.
like Laura and I like the brown skin girl with the locks.
Oh my God, yes.
She's so
yeah.
pretty.
beautiful.
Alexis,
She was
We
like
like her.
She's
We like
amazing.
her.
You
She's
picked
amazing.
her, or that was?
I always cast my videos.
That's awesome.
Oh, I can't take the full responsibility for that. Shout out to Ben Mark, the director, for that.
And I
too.
love that you
But
have
I told
her.
him what I wanted.
You have her in like that one,
Two
and
videos.
also
And
the
I like
other
her
one.
too.
So it's,
Yeah.
I like.
We
it.
like her.
That's
We
what
also got a skit coming out too in a couple of days that we did with Funny Marco. It's cool.
Oh gosh, that's gonna be
Yeah, it's funny. But yeah, man, I like
funny.
I like storytelling. I'm in a storytelling place in my life. I've been writing a lot.
And I saw the last video she was in with you. You guys were in the water. You said it was freezing.
Oh yeah, it was cold.
So how was
The
the
water was
shrinkage?
cold.
You know, I always care about that. You think about the shrinkage?
Yeah.
Is that a real thing?
It is. I ain't gonna hold you. It is.
Shrinkage, like
When it gets to a certain degrees,
I ain't gonna hold you.
because it's like your muscles contract. You know
It
what
is
I'm
a
saying?
muscle.
And the penis is a muscle. So
You know what I'm saying?
That penis was like, it's cold.
Yeah, it was cold. I ain't gonna hold you. That I didn't realize how cold it was because we were supposed to shoot that scene earlier in the day,
Oh yeah.
and it was freezing. It's wintertime in LA,
Mhm.
but
it was
when I
gets
see
so
a
cold at
vision,
night in LA.
Yeah.
Huh?
It looks
Yeah,
It
it's
gets so
crazy.
cold at night in LA.
when I
yeah,
see
it was beautiful.
No, it
Thank
wasn't.
you.
It was good.
when I see a vision, I got to do it. So I saw this picture, and it was this guy. He was submerged in water, but the way it was shot was just fire. It was dark. It was artsy. I was like, I want to do this shot, but I want to build the story around it.
Mm-hmm.
And so we found this lake. It was a real lake. At first, I was like, we don't have to build a lake, but we went and found this dude. He had
Build a
like.
lake.
Build a lake.
You got a no budget.
No,
Big budget.
I be, you know what I'm saying? I believe it's something I'm gonna spend the bread.
You got money.
But like,
Lord.
I like shooting movies. I like making, you know what I'm saying, moments. So
Mhm.
we found this spot. This dude, he owned like 27 acres of land. He got 3 lakes on his property. So we got there. And I was telling Alexa, I was like, look, the water gonna be cold. I need you to pull this shot off. Like I got behind the scenes stuff of like we freezing. Like
Right.
Oh,
Y'all
but
didn't
when
look
we
it.
got in
What-
the water,
at all.
What
yeah.
did you have on under?
just like some shorts, some pants.
Like swimming trunk shorts, or like?
no, I had on some pants.
Okay.
But I had on shorts under there, but that was it. But it didn't matter. The water was like 5 degrees.
It was
I
that
couldn't
cold.
do it.
Yeah, it was cold.
That
But
sounds
that's
awful.
actually good.
There's
You
no
know,
print.
my acupuncturist
That's
told
very
me
yeah. I
to
was about say
take
that's very
a
cold-
therapeutic.
to
like ice baths.
I
and-
do that, but that's different because
Cryotherapy.
you like literally like sitting in there having to sing music, it was a lot. I didn't realize it. I actually posted one when you first hit the water. The first thing you got to do is stay in there and let the shot take you.
You gotta go all
If
the
you
way
jump
in.
out,
No, yeah.
it's
you
over.
gotta go
You're
all
not
the
gonna
way in.
you gotta go all the way and take it, and then you can get out and come back. And then after that, it was easy. Yeah.
So do you think about that? So let's just say,
Yeah.
you know, you have sex and you come and then, you know, you guys get small. Are you okay with the women like seeing you like that?
Yeah.
Or do you cover
Well,
your?
it depends. It's crazy how it happens. Like sometimes I stay hard.
Yeah, you stay hard. Okay.
I was gonna
Like,
say, it's
but
just-
I'm gonna tell you, it has a lot to do with the connection too. Cause like sometimes you'll just stay hard and just keep going
Mm-hmm.
if it's right, or if she know how to like hop off and like you know what I'm saying, eat your man real quick and get you
Eat
back
your
in
man
the
real quick.
get you back in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Then she gotta know how to, you know what I mean. But you can't wait too long.
Right.
You gotta go right away, and then it's on and popping again.
Some people be like, I need 10 minutes.
If you
Give me a
if you
minute.
wait too long, yeah, for
Give me
sure.
a minute.
Or if you wait too long, or if you sit in the semen, like if you let it sit on you gotta wipe it off right away.
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
'Cause
like.
if you let it-
You don't like semen
You
on
gotta
you?
wipe
I
it
like
off.
to get it
Segue.
clean.
Oh yes, I get up.
Semen retention.
Segue
We
to your
always end up
semen.
talking about some nasty shit on this show, man.
You
I
know
swear
where
to
you
God.
at every
Right.
time.
Nervous.
I
Like
know.
Segue to your semen.
That's
Are
funny.
you still practicing? What is
Segue
it?
to your semen. That's
No.
a song.
Retention.
Nah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not.
retention.
I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm
What
not.
was
I
it?
know what you about to ask. I'm not. Nope.
How do you?
Nope.
So you don't
How do you say
Nope.
it?
I don't know
Nope,
what
not doing it.
Prana,
I'm outside. Nah.
right?
I'm
Prana.
outside.
Yeah, nah. That's the actual energy, but I'm not practicing semen
I
retention
just remember
right
we
now.
said that word so
Semen
many times the
retention.
last
Facts.
time. So semen retention, you're not doing it anymore. So you're just letting it all out
It's
now.
not that I'm not doing it. It's not something that I'm doing
That-
actively right now.
Right. Okay.
But I will do it. Like if I'm
Right.
like, you know what, I need a break.
yeah.
Let me go a
because
couple
before
weeks.
it was like a thing for you.
Yeah.
Like it
Well,
was,
okay,
At
wait
that
a minute.
time, At that time, I was in that space. I was in that practice to understand it. Like, let me understand this fully. Let me really do it. Because you can't really understand something unless you really do it. You got to commit to it.
Did it help you with anything, or what do you think?
It still helps.
Okay.
I mean, it's for me, it could happen in 2 days. It could be like, yo, for 3 days, I'm not doing this. I'm only focusing on this.
It's like a fast.
You get it?
It's like Ramadan for sex.
The semen fast.
Like Ramadan for sex.
Do it.
Semen
Like,
fast.
so the benefits, I mean, look at sexual energy. Like, let's take away the pleasure. Let's take away our desires to have sex. Yeah, let's take away the actual human part of it. It's creative energy, right? So if it can create a physical life, if my semen and your egg can create a physical life, then what can it create internally for us?
Right.
What can we use that energy for?
Right.
And then it's also like, who are you sharing the energy with? And then it gets into all of the other stuff that we don't really think about. Maybe people are becoming more conscious about it now, but it's a real thing. It's just like anything else. Like, energy is real, just like these are spirits, and we drink it and we have a biological effect. Everything is energy. We all know that. So just, if you think of it like that, then you can do some interesting things.
All right.
So deep.
Right.
So before we move on,
Gigi,
while we're updating here,
Yep.
the song,
Used to me.
no, the other one,
Like her too.
like her
like
too.
her too.
Yeah.
So remember before when we spoke, you had only had a threesome once in your life. Is there an update on that? Have you had more
Don't
threesomes?
forget, lip
Because
service
clearly,
is not over yet.
It sounds
because
like
clearly the
baby.
song
And
went
where
from one
was it in the
threesome.
car? Was it outside?
You like,
So-
this ain't something that you used to. It's a type of different energy for you.
You know what's crazy about writing music and being like, on both sides of it is that you would listen to that song and think it's about a threesome,
We
right?
do.
But
Yes,
it's not.
It's about a girl loving herself.
Why is she so smart?
I was
what
trying
happened.
to
I thought it was
like, I was
about
like,
it. Well, I thought it was about
I love that.
See, y'all know
I
I'm
kinda
Or
nasty.
you
thought
probably
it
read it somewhere, or did you think
No,
that?
I did. Because you were talking about her own
Yeah.
reflection of being kind.
And
Right.
it's really about, because I find that, like,
See, when I
like,
saw the video,
right.
I was thinking like y'all was sitting here and then y'all was looking at the girl over there like
That's
looking
her. Looking at herself.
yeah, that's
a
right.
reflection
for
of
herself.
herself.
See, no, I wasn't seeing it that way. I was being nasty because.
But then
y'all
the
know
other
that's
Do
how
you
I
part
am.
think
like,
that
is it a
sometimes you
threesome?
see things because that's where you are?
Ooh.
I just said I'm nasty. Yeah,
Yeah, Gigi loves a
'Cause, like,
threesome.
I am. Yes,
I do the same thing with certain things. I'm like, I have to look at it
Best
from
of both worlds.
different points of views. We all do that. So,
Wait.
but you're not the only person. A lot of people thought that record was about that, but
Okay,
it's really
well, I'm
about.
glad that we were able. to
Yeah,
So what was
you
the
good.
update?
for myself
The-
and those.
hold on,
others
we
out
gotta
there.
get the update.
We get to the update is that
update.
no, I haven't. I'm not. I haven't. Not yet. I think the next threesome I want to have, if I do have one, I want it to be with the person I'm with. Like, I want it to be.
Some
intimate.
guys don't want it to be with the
To be-
person
right,
they're with,
so
so
you
that's
would-
interesting.
You
Yeah.
would do it with your girlfriend?
I think it's time. Like, I think that's the next. The next.
Are you single now?
It's So it's somewhere in there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Somewhere
It's
in
like-
there.
He says,
You
yeah,
know?
It could be. It could be, or it could be. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Okay.
it's like used to me. It's that. It's my life.
You don't have no type, so you have
When
different.
art imitates
No, I
life.
just said it's.
Here
Have you
have
heard the
it.
song? It's
Yeah.
that. It's
Yeah.
real. It's real time. It's crazy.
Yeah, we love it.
I'm writing in real. I'm releasing in real time.
So are you looking to settle down?
Don't.
at
You know
some
what's
point?
crazy? I can't say that I'm looking for it, because if I look for it, then I feel like it won't happen.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
what I'm
Or you
saying?
might run into the wrong. 'Cause
I
you look
feel
at-
like-
Maybe, but I think it's just more about, like, intentions. My intentions for life right now is to have a well balanced life and a healthy life and a healthy career. And my focus right now is building my company, building my label, working on other investments. Really just becoming more of a boss, right? Being as healthy as I can be, and just leading by example.
Are
And
you
I
still
think
a pescatarian?
nah,
Okay.
I balance everything out.
Okay.
Like, some days I'll fast from meats, some days, because, like, honestly, the plant-based space is getting real weird.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta just balance out everything.
It's like at this
Everything
point-
is about balance.
Yeah.
You gotta know yourself and know your world, know what you want. We're at a time in life, just like in our universe, where anything that you think about and you give your awareness to is what you're gonna create. It doesn't matter what field you're in. None of that matters. It only matters about what you're holding here is going to show. It's that simple. You know what I mean? You could eat plant-based for the rate and still be unhealthy. I know a lot of people who eat plant-based. So
Yeah.
yeah.
He said it's getting weird.
Yeah.
That's a good way to.
Some of the plant-based
Well,
stuff is not healthy.
Yeah.
To be
it's not.
clear.
Remember that veggie burger that I ate when we left Vegas and I threw up the entire
That's crazy.
plane ride, and the
Yeah.
whole way we was in the Uber and I'm like, And
It's the burger.
Interesting.
It's a veggie burger.
like threw up the entire flight, and it was like what we were coming from Vegas. It was like a 4.5
That's
hour
a long flight.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
flight. I was like,
That's
where's she
crazy.
going?
That was, she was like, you okay?
You got food poisoning from a
She
veggie
kept
burger?
sniffing
It
coke
was
in the
a-
back.
yeah.
What kind of was it like a
It was a
You
vegetable,
jokes, yo.
and I think that's what it wasn't like a Beyond Beef. It was
Right,
like an
like a
actual
bean
beef.
burger or something
yeah.
like
interesting?
that.
Maybe your body just was. What did you do before that? Maybe your body was just like it
We
rejected
drank
it.
a lot.
We did drink a lot,
I ain't gonna lie.
Probably
but it
alcohol. I
wasn't
ain't gonna
that
hold you.
type.
Really interesting. I don't know.
Now, let me ask the ladies this because Mario posted this. A woman loving every part of herself without judgment is where her freedom starts. As a man, I support her wild, untamed self while protecting her innocence. Do any of you guys love
Any
yourself,
guys?
every part of yourself without judgment? Because that's a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
I do.
Ooh.
Okay,
Talk your
Chi.
shit.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, you've achieved and you are
Right.
where your freedom starts.
I'm
But how long did it take you to get to that point? Were you always like that?
I think honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all, being a exotic entertainer for the majority of my adult life really helped me with my confidence and my love for self. Because
Wow.
for one, I had to be as raw as possible, right, naked in front of
Yeah.
strangers,
Mm-hmm.
and use that as a way of means of survival. And also, I had to deal with competition from the other women and
Wow.
rejection from the men, and you know, it just builds up this different type of confidence within yourself that it relates to everyday life. So over the years, I mean, of course, you know, I got a little nip tuck and some titties and shit. You know, my Botox is fresh, but you know, balance. Right? We just learn to accept what we can't change. Just, you know,
You got to
like
start where you are.
I went to
where you
ballet
are.
school and I got a little funky toe, right? But I love my little funky toe because, you know what I'm saying? Because I
Yeah.
earned that funky toe. I could do a whole lot of shit that bitches with cute feet can't do. You know what I'm saying?
I
So,
agree with that. I think the
You
way
know,
you,
I love myself. in
that's
every
beautiful.
way.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
I love that.
thank you.
And I think that the way you talk to yourself, man, woman, whatever, but like we're talking about women right now, but like the way that you speak to yourself and the way that you view yourself has a lot to do with how you're going to be treated. You know what I'm saying? How the outside world is going to be treated. You got to create a lifestyle of communication with yourself that leads you to where you want to be, how you want to exist, and the identities that you want to take on. Because obviously, like she said, we take on all these different identities for survival. But when it comes to what's really going on, you got to be tapped into that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can be in a space, but still be disconnected from certain parts of it to protect your energy and protect yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Ange, can you answer that question?
Yeah, I mean, I think that no matter what, we're always really critical of ourselves. And that's a hard thing
Yeah.
to do, especially when, you know, you post a picture and then people might be like, oh, what's wrong with here? Are you pregnant? You know, like
Yeah.
people always have something to say. And that makes it, I think, harder for you to be like really comfortable with yourself. But I have been at the point where I don't really care that much.
Okay.
You know, what people think.
It's
and there's
crazy.
always things on yourself you feel like you want to improve, you know,
Of course.
but I'm not.
I mean, as
unhappy.
humans, we are forever evolving and growing. So there's always going to be room for improvement. We're never going to be
Yeah.
perfect. And once you realize that, then you're able to take on like, oh, okay, I'm having a bad hair day, or okay, I got acne this week, I got a period bump. You know what I'm saying? Like we're always going to be, oh, I gained some weight, I got stretch marks on my ass. Like whatever the case may be,
Absolutely.
you're always going to continue to grow and evolve, and we can always continue to better ourselves.
Because sometimes I think we feel self-conscious. Like I might be like, after sex, you might be like, let me put some clothes on and get out the bed. Like you feel fine during, but then
Right.
afterwards
Nah,
you're like, all
yeah.
right.
I used to feel like that.
Yeah.
But not no more. Like nah.
Period.
But I worked on that. I made sure I worked out. I changed the way I ate and I fixed that. But like as far
That's
as me,
growth
from the
and
age of
evolving.
16, I had a kid. So I judged myself from the age of 16. It's like I'm 16 with stretch marks. Like, you know, like
Yeah,
that
I
was
get that
always
part.
a thing for me.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that takes away from how you're able to open up and enjoy intimacy with a man though?
Yeah.
Because I feel like the more comfortable you are and the more you let go of that, the more everything is heightened.
I think I'm fine during sex. It just be like, I don't really
Post-
like, yeah.
Post
You just be
sex?
like, stop staring at me.
Why are you looking at my face
Right.
like
I
that?
know.
So on the flip
So
side of
shit
that
would be like
coin-
mad bright. You'd be like, all right, hold
Yeah.
Girls
on.
always be saying that to me. Like, why are you looking at me like that?
It
And
depends
I'm just
on the
sometimes we just
man.
admiring y'all. Like we,
Yeah.
it's like, yo, y'all gotta understand, ladies. Like y'all just let us into your whole world.
Mm-hmm.
sometimes they be in awe.
Yeah, it
It's like
depends on the
I be
partner.
in awe every time. I'm like, damn, like it's so crazy every time. What the-
You be singing during
You know
sex.
what I'm saying?
don't
That's
you?
why I be
know
writing
you
songs
do.
like used to me. Like it really be making me feel like. Do I sing during sex?
Have you ever had sex to your
If the
own
head
song?
crazy,
And
yes.
son,
I'm
like-
singing every time.
He threw his head back as
Have
he
I seen my own
remembered.
song?
Have you ever
Right.
sang
He had a
Only
whole
Love
moment.
You?
He
I
lived
can't
in
pour
it, had it
myself to
playing
do
in a
that.
second.
While you had sex?
It came on playlists
Mhm.
before, but like I'm not like about to go put my music. I don't know. I'm not really.
That's so funny.
Because
You don't say, hold on, let me turn
I would be distracted. I'll be thinking about like singing the song in my head like I'm performing these songs. It's too distracting. You know what I'm saying? But if she requested, I'll put it on. But it's too distracting.
You know what's interesting? I saw you say that you sing like while you work out. Most people will try to rest their voice.
Yeah.
But you actually.
Oh, when I'm preparing for tour?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So I work like I run on a treadmill, sing all of that.
Yeah, because I know some people are like, I got to take breaks in between. Have you ever lost your voice or had any issues? Mm-hmm.
Oh, plenty of times. I've lost my voice on tour, but like God bless me with being able to like use it in different ways to like. But if I lose it, then it's like the worst fear. Like that's like the worst thing that could happen is to completely where you can't talk at all. Mm-hmm. But usually I know how to pace myself, so I don't do that. Like tour teaches you how to pace everything. It teaches you how to pace your energy,
right,
your voice, everything. So
have you ever had sex before a show and been like exhausted from it?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like a boxer?
Yeah.
He said, hell yeah.
I should have did that.
But that was a while ago though. That was a long time
What's
ago.
the longest you've been without a voice? Like you've lost your voice?
Probably like 4 days.
Ooh, that's a long time.
a lot.
Yeah.
4 days.
Can you imagine not having your voice for 4 days?
No, not on tour.
Right.
But
Oh,
just
okay.
like going to do a show. Like for instance, if I don't do a show or sing for like 3 months and then I don't practice and I just go to do a show and I go all out, probably gonna lose my voice for like 3 days.
Oh, because you didn't.
Because it's a muscle.
Yeah, it's a muscle.
Yeah.
Right?
You think eating pussy is good for your voice?
No.
It is.
It is.
I heard it is. There's studies have
That's what
shown.
the people say.
Scientists.
Yeah.
The scientists say
It's right here.
You
So
gotta
do
believe
you
the scientists.
Yes.
You
But
know
stop.
he
You like
does.
it?
Come
I love
on.
it. What are you talking about?
Do you start off doing that?
Not every time, but it's
Laura's
a part
like
of
drilling
it.
him.
I do it.
Right.
I do it in between. I do it whenever I want to do it.
Like you pull out and go eat it and then go back in?
Yeah, I do everything that you.
He's a freak.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You
I'm a
put the
Virgo.
finger in the butt?
We're going too far. Listen.
That's a yes.
Look.
We learned from
Listen.
speaking to this man
We
that
know
when he
too far.
says he's not answering, then
No,
we just
it's
assume
cool.
that's yes.
It's like, you got to leave something to the, you know what I'm saying? But I would say.
You gotta leave something to the butt, he said.
So you don't eat butt.
Are you a good ball? Hurt you?
So you don't eat butt either.
He just said you gotta leave something to the butt.
Girl. What was you talking about before that?
Eating pussy.
Lord,
Huh?
you
I mean, listen, I love a woman's body. Like, if you're my woman, like, you're going to get tested in every way until you be like, I'm not doing that.
Do you think you're like good?
Because I want to
down
be
there?
the person who do everything with you. Like, I don't want, you know what I'm saying?
Have you ever told a woman no to something she tried to do to you?
Yes, and I'm not telling you what it was.
I didn't ask you.
You
I
know-
was
you
asking.
know that.
I know she about to go
No,
there.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
now I'm trying to
Absolutely.
think.
Yes, absolutely I have. Yeah.
have you ever said no to something, G?
Yes. You're not peeing on me. Sorry.
Okay, that's been a hot topic lately.
Yeah.
Have you ever peed on a woman?
Right.
He definitely has. In the
You
shower.
have.
Yes.
You have.
Yep.
Yo.
Yeah.
Did you? No.
He does.
I did let it happen once in the shower, but we was already in the shower.
Right, so he
I'll
peed
be
on
honest
you.
No,
with you,
but
I
it
never
wasn't
peed
like
on a girl
during
before.
sex. Like it wasn't like
I
a
never
sex
peed
thing.
on
You never peed on a woman before.
It was just like in the
It's
shower.
something
I
that you're
never.
If she
You don't
wants
do
it,
it
would
before.
you do it?
He would.
Yes.
He had a song
He definitely-
crying out
If
for
that's
pee.
what she want, I'm gonna do it. If that's what she want, I would do it. I mean, I think that
That's kind of you.
if that's what she want,
Yeah, he'll do it. He'll like,
do
hold on, let me get some more water and do that.
Sips.
I'm gonna stop.
What? No, Laura, you had some
Laura,
more
you're
questions. Go
drilling him. You on the
ahead.
road,
Are you
Laura?
confident with your size?
Absolutely. But like the thing about it is this, y'all. Like I've been bigger with certain women,
Mm.
Yeah.
and like it's crazy how
Yeah.
it can change,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
depending on your connection with a person, is crazy.
Yeah.
You be even
I agree
surprised.
with
You
that.
be like,
Because sometimes you're with a guy and he seemed like, damn, he seemed bigger than the last time.
You like, whoa.
Yeah, I feel like we've all had. Have you had that experience?
That you know what? That'd be my fear when I meet a guy and like I start liking him. I'm like, oh my god, I hope he doesn't have a little dick. Like I hope he doesn't have a
damn,
small
that must
dick. Like
be
everything.
that must
is
be
great,
like a real thing.
but then it's like
crazy.
I really like him, but I would hate to.
You know what? I feel like there are not a lot of little dicks out there.
No.
There are some.
Hey yo.
No, listen. No. Listen.
You'd be
I've
surprised.
had one
Okay.
small dick. And
Oh,
I feel like,
man.
have you had more than one small dick?
Yes.
Oh.
And it was
Is that-
like
You need to get out more, Jasmine.
I've only had one
it
small
was
dick.
like, hey, it was like
I feel like there's not a lot out there.
not
Oh
doubling
my
back.
There
God.
are? Okay.
Man.
But I don't
That's
like huge
crazy.
dicks though. So
But there's some guys with small that knows how to, they know what to do and how to.
But you're right though. Mario's right because dicks do feel like they
different
can.
with different women.
Like
Also,
sometimes they be like.
Wait. Don't go in it. Don't go into it like that. You gotta
No, you're saying yours be different. Like
No, we're not saying
with different
I ain't
women.
talking
It gets
about- we got it.
bigger.
Nah, because the way she
sometimes.
said it, like if it was a
You
cut
know.
in, it would just
It's
sound
like,
You
crazy.
think
Yeah.
it could have to do with your diet
That's why I
too?
don't like talking about shit like that.
You think it
You
could
know
have to do
what?
with your diet too?
It could, yeah, definitely. It
That
could,
and
but
the- and the way
I'm
you
specifically
feel.
talking about the connection.
The connection
That-
with the woman, the
that
energy
diet is
and all of
everything,
that
but-
that you're
The soul
having
tie.
with
Yeah, I'm
with-
talking,
with-
and how
this
she,
is-
if she understands what
so
you
this
like,
I feel like with
so forth and so
men,
on.
that's part of the reason why they try so many different women because it's a different experience. It's not that you're gonna fuck everybody that you meet, which women we think that. Women we think like, oh, he gonna fuck everybody just because,
niggas be wanting
just because
to
he wanna
fuck.
fuck.
It's
True.
Niggas be wanting to
However,
fuck.
It's like, no,
I
we
think
just-
that
it's
I
either you're a
think that-
man who likes dealing with only a few or
Mhm.
one, or you're a man who just likes to, you know what I'm saying?
I just think
Likes to
that
fuck.
men have a different experience with each woman. And that's part of why they have these experiences.
That's
Because it's gonna be
nice of
different
you.
every time. I mean, I can agree
Mario
with that.
said-
Mario's like, no, we like to
Like,
fuck.
I got.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm single right now, and I got a guy that I do this with, and I got a guy that I do that with,
Oh,
and
no,
I
for
got a
sure.
guy that I do that with.
Yeah,
you know
definitely,
what I'm saying?
definitely.
And it's different. It's a different experience with each guy. Like it's a whole different
Yeah, I
vibe
get
with
what you're
each
saying.
person that I'm hanging out with.
Is it when you come? Is it different, like from head and from sex? Is it a different feeling? Do you have a preference?
Yeah, what is your preference?
he likes head a lot.
I like
Look at him
both.
moving.
I like no. I like both. I mean, because it's so personal. I like both.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it depends on the connection.
Right.
But I like both. I'm a both. But you gotta. I like when she like to do it though, because when she like to give head, if a girl likes to give head,
It's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be crazy.
You
Like,
hear that, Laura?
and she gonna take notes. And she gonna take notes different than a girl who's like, I don't really do it, but I'm gonna do it because I like you. Like,
Laura.
I don't
Laura.
say it.
what happened?
Wait a minute, Laura.
Laura
That's
like to
Laura.
give
She don't like
head.
you do it.
No,
She look like she like to though.
This is my thing.
No.
It depends on the person.
she's never
Respectfully.
You
swallowed.
said I look.
Respectfully,
She's
respectfully.
very
Laura, Laura.
It
She's
depends on the
never
person, like you
swallowed.
said. It's like that. If you give me that makes me want
Yeah.
to suck the shit out of you, I'm gonna do that.
I thought you didn't
But
like
I don't find. But
I
I don't
think-
like. I'm not gonna do it to everybody. I don't like to do it. I don't
Of
like to do
course,
it.
I don't think
Okay.
you should.
But if it's
That part,
somebody,
you don't like to do it.
yeah.
You have
So
to learn.
it's probably not that good. No shade.
But
Me on the other
it's
hand,
actually pretty
I love
good.
to
I've been
do it.
told, and they ask why.
Y'all
I've
not
been
gonna have
doing
no
it
dick
often.
sucking battle in here, okay?
Hey, let me. You need me to call
Hey,
somebody?
yo, y'all see what happened when Rio come in the building? I get it lit.
Yo.
I get it. No, I'm just stop.
No,
I'm
it's
not
actually
proud of
pretty
this.
good because
No.
I've been learning.
What?
Who called the girl and asked them? On
Hey man, it's
Troy
lip
Ave.
service.
Troy Ave.
No.
You think you
No.
Troy Ave? called it up,
Honestly,
nigga?
like because I know it's something that men really enjoy. So as I've gotten older, like I'm like, okay, I have to find a way to enjoy doing it. So
Okay.
I've gotten better.
So what's your headspace?
as far
as when you find a way to enjoy it, it's the guy.
it's the guy. I
Okay.
notice it's the like
It's
like
the
you were
connection
saying,
with-
it's like that
the connection
connection,
that you have
like,
with
I
that
think
guy.
that if
Yeah.
you,
So he make you go head crazy, but
Right.
otherwise, if
Yeah,
you don't
and
really
there's
like
not
him
a lot
like
of
that,
them
it's gonna
that-
be mediocre.
I don't think you can
Exactly.
do everything with everyone. Let's reel this back.
That's
Okay.
very
That's what I-
true.
yeah.
Roll it back.
Let's reel this
You
back.
can.
Roll it back. You
Absolutely.
can't.
That's a
That's
roll
fact.
back.
You cannot.
You can't
You should not.
at all.
You should.
You should not do everything with everybody.
Right.
I think
That's
there's
okay.
some things you should preserve for the person that you're connecting with mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, psychologically, all of the least.
We agree.
Well, at
But
least
But when
saying.
it
I
comes,
can't.
we agree. But when it comes to Laura, she's saving everything for that one person.
Yeah.
She don't do
What's wrong with
nothing.
that?
I
What's
want to
wrong
swallow.
with that?
I want
She
to
has
do
no
all of that, but
experiences.
I'm proud of you.
That's no
Listen,
fun.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
She's
You
never
being
seen.
That's
funny?
beautiful.
Oh.
No,
I'm
he being
dead
dead
ass.
ass.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, I
dead.
just haven't found a man
I
that
love
made
that.
me feel like I want to.
You
but
gotta
they've
do what
gotten
makes
me
you
wanting to
feel-
do it. But I just haven't
So
found that man.
you've never swallowed?
I've never swallowed.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Have you ever sucked a dick till he came?
Yes.
So you take
But-
this
And
move.
so that's the part that I don't like about
What do
it.
you do? You
Is that
right.
they take too long to come, and then my jaw be hurting, and then it's like,
Okay.
come on, sir.
It's like a job. It's a blow
Yeah.
job.
It's a blow job. It's
Yeah.
called that for
Yeah.
a reason.
well, that
you gotta go to work.
is
bitch.
an overtime job
Yeah.
sometimes.
You gotta go to work, bitch.
What are we
Yo,
getting? Minimum wage
I'm gonna
for
let y'all
this?
know something,
They
man.
gotta go to work.
If this wasn't on camera, we'd be like, I would go crazy with y'all right now, bro.
Go ahead.
Like,
told
but
us
I have
that.
an image.
You tell us that every
Hey
time.
man, new single using me out right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Over here. But nah, I love this. This is
And
beautiful.
it's
I think it's
Valentine's
important.
Day right now, right?
Yes.
Well, we're
yes.
doing
This Valentine's
release,
Day.
right?
That's right.
Happy Valentine's Day.
I got my Valentine's Day shirt on.
See you with the
Okay,
pink
we see
flowers.
you.
I got
Okay.
flowers
Right.
today.
Nope, I don't. Since we've been talking about all of this, have you ever had a terrible experience with someone performing oral sex on you, and what made it bad?
Terrible?
Yeah. So for women out there who are listening,
experience.
Terrible.
Is it such a thing as like a
actually,
bad?
nah, you're right. I have like a while ago. She was just too lit. She was really drunk.
She threw up on it.
You know what it is when girls that are very confident get drunk.
Throw up on it.
She was an Aries. She was very confident, and it was bad. She was too lit, and she insisted on continuing to. Go
and
down.
You were like,
I was like, yo, like, nah, you good. She's like, what? You don't want to fuck with me? I'm like, yeah, but you
You're
lit right now.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going. Girl, they don't know when they like. Some women don't know when they drunk.
I know when I'm drunk.
I know when you're drunk.
I know when I'm drunk. I don't even drink no more because I know when I'm drunk.
Right? And so like that was the situation. So I had to just like tell her to, you know what I'm saying, chill out. Like chill.
Were you able to maintain being hard, or were you just?
No, I didn't want to do it. If you get too late, I don't want to do nothing.
Okay.
I'm cool on you.
Cool.
Yeah, I could see
That's fair enough. Have you ever been too lit?
Did you double back?
Have I ever been too lit? Probably. Yeah, probably. And like
Did you double back to the lit girl? Or
Nah,
that was a wrap for her?
it was over.
Okay.
It was over. Yeah, it was over.
She fucked that up.
Yeah, I wasn't.
So that's one thing that'll be like a deal breaker for you. What are some other deal breakers?
I try not to enter into deal breaker situation because I analyze like a Virgo all the way through to feel like, all right, cool, am I really gonna fuck with this? But I guess a deal breaker would be just lying, you know what I'm saying? Trying to just, you know, being sneaky, you know what I'm saying? Just anything that's gonna break the trust. Like be 100 with me, like about everything. If we're talking and we, you know what I'm saying, just keep it 100. Just lying is
A lot
deal
of men
breaker.
can't take that.
What, lying? Being lied to?
What, true?
Yes.
When you really like somebody, you can.
No, I don't want to hear it.
That's
not asking.
That
Like
might be
when you
true.
really
I
like
agree
somebody,
with
you
that,
can, but you normally don't get that, which is sad. But,
very sad. But men say they want to know the truth, but then when you tell
wait,
them
are we talking about the beginning of some shit, or are we talking about when you locked in?
No, I'm talking about just in general. Not on the time frame. I'm just saying men will
that's
be like,
the part of the friendship that's exciting though.
What is?
When you like keeping it 100, like yo, if I'm just starting to date somebody, I'm gonna let you talk. I'm so sorry. If I'm just starting to date somebody, I'm gonna like we having real like look, I'm fucking with this shorty. Like we last week.
That's when you can be honest.
Yeah, the
Just
beginning is the best time to be honest. Yeah.
Because if not, then it's like, how do you make that transition?
Right.
So would you want her to tell you those things too?
Absolutely, yeah. Because I want to know who I'm sharing energy with. Like I don't know what you got going on. Like we both need to get.
You want her to volunteer, or would you ask? Because I also feel like, are you volunteering information?
No, I'm not volunteering. It's more like, yo, once you get to a point when y'all real like friends, it just flow into it. Like if you friends with somebody and y'all starting to hang out at each other's cribs and y'all starting to do things together, like you bound to know if somebody talking to somebody else. You could just energetically tell.
Yeah. Like why you got 4 toothbrushes?
Why your other bathroom got all these girl products in it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
why is the hair on the floor?
Who left the flat irons
on the road?
You know what I'm saying?
Why you got a pack of toothbrushes in there?
Whose slippers is these?
Yeah.
We got so many examples.
So yeah, I think in that space you should keep it 100 though. Just
have you ever been a side piece?
Probably, I don't know. I'm
Not
sure
willingly though.
Oh, he's okay. Are you okay with it?
Not at this point, nah. I'm cool with that. Like I don't really see a point in like if you got a dude, like why?
What you need me for?
Not even what you need me for. Just like what we doing? Like
yeah. What is this?
I probably not to date. Like I've fucked with a girl who had a dude before, but like not in some real like.
Have you had sex with a girl that was married?
I was just about to.
In my younger years.
What about a girl
that was something I'm proud of?
What about a girl that was pregnant?
I'm being honest with you. I should have said no. That was fuck. This is America. Sorry.
What about a girl who's pregnant?
Not by you.
Oh no, I never had a girl.
You had to think about like
no. I was thinking about what she said before. I was like, damn. I never had sex with a girl who was pregnant.
That's supposed to be good when you're pregnant.
That's what they say.
Did y'all have sex when y'all were pregnant?
I did.
With my.
Was it good?
Yeah.
I don't see that. I don't unless it's your girl.
I had
don't
sex
see
my
the
whole
point
pregnancy,
of
and I pushed my daughter out 3 pushes.
You talking about like with somebody you're dating, you're in a relationship with, or just a girl that's pregnant?
A girl that's pregnant.
Either or.
No.
Guys do it because she can't get pregnant again.
That's crazy.
You said
imagine that.
To fuck,
you see a girl that's pregnant, like, yo, your stomach look beautiful. I just want to let you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just would feel crazy. Like,
no, they say pregnant pussy.
She don't gotta be super.
They say pregnant
but like,
they say
even if somebody told me that, like, that's just crazy.
It would just feel weird to you.
That's crazy.
You need to try it, I think.
Huh?
No, you don't.
That's so toxic. Y'all toxic, man.
Mario ran red lights.
Crazy.
Don't listen to her.
What?
Do you run red lights? And if so, do you enjoy it?
No, I don't run red
You
lights.
have before though, for
You
sure.
have never ran a
yeah.
red
Oh,
light.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you've
Yes.
definitely slept with a girl on her period.
Yeah.
It was-
You lay the
girl,
towel down.
Shower shit. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, in the shower,
Shower
right?
shit,
Yeah, see, that's a normal
But some
thing.
girls don't
That's
like
the only
like
time
having
shower
on
sex
their period.
is acceptable in my book because
Really?
water isn't good. We had this conversation before.
Mhm.
Water is
It's
not good
overrated.
For the vagina.
It's not, but you
It's
can't.
not good
you
for the vagina
can't.
during sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't like be like letting the water run on you. You got to
Right.
step to the side of the
Yeah,
shower. I got a
because
big ass
you
shower.
cold.
You got to
Because
cook.
I don't know if you know this or not, but
I
the
like being
women
cold.
will attest to this because we all have periods. Clearly, is that water makes it stop
Yeah.
temporarily.
Yeah.
Right.
So that helps.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, that's why people do it when they get out the shower.
That's why you gotta lay that towel down.
Uh-huh.
And some people, I won't say who, but they'll leave a tampon in and have it just at the tip. you know?
What?
Yeah, that's how tampons get stuck inside.
I was
you.
gonna say
That's
yeah.
crazy,
but
man. Y'all put me on a.
What? Wait a minute. Some women leave a tampon in and then have sex.
Yeah, just at the front part of it.
Dios mío.
Wow,
Oh.
that's crazy.
But
That's too
it
much.
He
That's
must have
too
a
much.
little dick.
That's, yeah, I'm saying I don't know.
No, they
But
still
I'm just
put it
saying
in all
that's
the
too
way.
much going on, like interference.
Just
like, that's
the
too
tip?
much. Too much.
So Mario, so you have
Before we go to that, when we talking about this, right? So the song is called "Used to Me." So
Yeah.
I want to ask y'all some questions. Like, do you? The song is about being in that in between space in a relationship and culprit and intimacy being a culprit. So if you're in a relationship where you don't feel like it's gonna go anywhere, but you're used to that person, and you are in a space where you aren't ready to move forward with anybody else, will you go and continue to sleep with?
Said
Yeah.
person.
Yes.
Yes.
My favorite fake boyfriend.
What is the
that
point? What is
for
the
me.
point where you're able to break off and say, we can't do this no more? Like, what's that?
Oh, I
Phoebe's
have a
when I'm-
perfect story for this.
okay.
Y'all want to hear it?
hmm
Okay, good.
So this is why I feel like I know so much about you. Besides the conversations that we have, is because my favorite fake boyfriend is a Virgo, and
Okay.
y'all have a lot of the same things going on with the way
Got
you
you.
are, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
So that's why I feel like I can read you a little bit
wow.
romantically, like
Wow.
you know what
Okay.
I'm saying.
That's interesting.
Um, so me and him were in that space.
Mm.
You know who I'm talking about.
Mm-mm.
Me and him were in that space. Me and him were in that space. And we were never in a relationship. It was a 4-year thing, situationship.
Okay.
And you know what I'm talking about. And it was always just like I was used to him. It was like, why? What else I'm gonna do? This is where I'm comfortable. We're in a comfort zone together. We
Yeah.
are vibing on every level, and this is here. It's not a relationship by any means, but this is
Yeah.
where we are.
Right.
What made it end is that he moved on to another relationship, a real relationship, and it just so happened to be with somebody I knew.
Wow.
And he lied to me about it.
Damn.
Well, he didn't lie to me about it. He lied to her about it. And
Okay.
when the shit hit the fan, and I did some messy shit, but whatever, because he lied.
So it was
And-
just toxic. It just was just wow.
Well, it ended with he told her that I was just a friend.
Mm.
But clearly we were more than just friends.
Just a
Oh,
friend.
baby, you.
So
So
so with that big, okay, go ahead.
now this was years ago. We didn't speak for a very long time, and then there was an apology. Right, he came and gave me a really heartfelt apology that he tried to give me months before that, but he was blocked. But anyway, and now we're friends again.
So,
Okay.
so
But we're not in that same space.
Gotcha.
Right.
We're really just friends now. Like,
So
we're
would
not,
you saying the space of being used to somebody, like, is that like, because where I look at it now is like, that's the space where you challenge yourself the most. Because it's like, you don't want to put yourself in positions where you cause more trauma for yourself, right? But at the
Right.
same time, it's like, you're not about to just go and start fucking with somebody new.
Mm-mm.
So that's
Yeah.
like that space. I think we should
The comfort
normalize like making smarter choices in those spaces. Cause I know I got a friend who was like that, and then that person got pregnant. They got pregnant and they weren't gonna be together.
Mm.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it can get
I
real.
was-
No,
was
for me,
very much
I
It's real.
just feel
that
like
guy.
when I don't want to be with somebody, the sex isn't good anymore to me.
that
Now-
part too.
So I think
It's
women,
that
because for
strawberry-
us,
it's that strawberry
yes, my
birthmark.
birthmark. But I do feel like for women, it is a lot more like emotional, right? So when I know it's not going to work, and I'm just used to you, and it's not it anymore, I'm
Yeah.
not even physically like in it like that.
I think that's a healthy thing. I think that's a good superpower because some women not like that. You know
Yeah,
what
so
I'm saying?
I probably would like not have sex with somebody while I'm going through that. And I think for women, we also have a tendency to move on before we tell you we moved on.
Mhm.
So for a while,
That's
Well, we
devastating.
done checked
That's
out
scary.
mentally.
yeah, we've
Yeah,
checked
when I-
out.
Yeah.
That's scary.
And if you don't pull it back in and go really hard
Yeah.
to make it happen, we're
I agree with
already
that.
out the door.
Yeah.
And then I can not want to have sex anymore and be okay with it. And then it turns into this whole like, well, I'm not having sex with you. And then you feel like, well, I don't want to play myself and try to have sex and she don't want to do it. And then, you know, you end up
that's the importance of having friendship with somebody first.
Yeah.
And the friendship being way stronger than anything else. And I know it's cliche and it may be hard to attain, but it's worth it. I'm telling you out there right now, it's worth it. At 36 right now, I would rather have a friendship over the sex being great out the gate.
Yep. Your man should be your best friend.
Y'all gotta be best friends.
Yeah.
You know why? We in a digital crusade age. If you ain't best friends with your person, then it's too much energy and things happening subconsciously for you not to understand your
Jasmine
person.
and I were having drinks before this. The bartender told us, he said, he's been married for 18 years, been with his girl for 25.
Yeah,
Wow.
25,
And he said the
23.
secret is that he's not on social media.
Wow.
And so as a bartender, he's like, there's too many women that are like, you know,
Follow
they're
me,
attractive,
like
they're
my
bartenders.
picture.
They're like, oh, tag me, oh, follow me. He was like, I don't even want that in
That's
my
smart.
relationship. He was like, the
Smart.
reason
it's
it
not
works.
like he needed for work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For me,
He
like
said,
I gotta
he
be
said
on
the
something.
last thing he was on was MySpace.
Yeah, he was like, I was on
That's
MySpace.
crazy.
But he was like, that's what
That's
works
crazy.
for him. And
Right.
so, and he
That's
was
smart.
really happy about
Yeah,
it.
he looks good and he looks young. I think
Yeah.
he's 44, 43.
And he looks
man.
really
He
young.
looks
And
really
he,
good. Yeah.
I don't think social media is the healthiest thing for it. Like you're constantly feeding yourself. I mean, if I look at, I don't know the explore page is what you look at mostly, but sometimes I'll be looking at girls and they still be popping up on my page. So what's that?
yeah,
know
how
what
did
I'm
that
saying?
happen?
Like you feel
It's
me? So I
advertising.
think it's like
You know what you like.
It's
it
the
has-
algorithm.
You know what I'm saying?
It
I
feels
get
like you're not
nails all
on
the
there a
time.
lot though. You don't post like crazy.
Nah, I don't post like crazy. But still, like when I be on social media, right? But I notice that sometimes I got to take a break from it because it's so many. It's like it's so overstimulating
Right.
when it
It
comes
is,
to
yeah.
women and certain things. And I'm a man. Like I'm very controlled. Like I have a lot of control and discipline. But I'm still a man. And
Right.
so it's important for me to take breaks for myself, for my own mental health, for my own just so I can be excited about the person I'm.
Sometimes
another
too,
level.
it's
Like,
really
I want
different in
to give
person than
that
it
to
is
them.
on social media. Like,
What do you mean? Like
I'm sure you've met people and been like,
for sure. Oh, that part for sure. I'm just speaking about like
Yeah.
real life. Yeah, but that
because there's that too. It's not
Yeah.
real life.
that's like 7 times out of 10. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's
But
7
have you
times
met
out
a
of
girl
10.
that she looked better in person than social media?
No.
Wow.
Wow.
They be doing the most. All right, hold on. Wait, all right, let me. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no still.
Okay.
By the way, but what I'm gonna say is that the no is because she was doing too much, right? Like, and it's like, wait, the no is because my bad. The no is because it's no. Like some girls do look better on social media, right? Because
Yes.
they make themselves perfect.
Yeah, because you're gonna post good stuff too.
Yeah,
And then
you
the
posting your bad shots.
the yes is because when they do too much, and then when you see them without doing too much, they look better.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Done all
Yeah.
that because you look better. That's like when
Yeah,
guys say we look
so-
better without makeup, but we
Yeah.
feel like we need makeup.
Oh,
Some
you look
women
good in
really
your
do look
sweats.
better with just a little bit of makeup,
Yeah.
and then some women, makeup enhances certain shit. But like me personally, I like girls who like find a happy balance. It don't matter. I don't really judge. It don't really matter to me. But
Now, do you have a whole project coming out?
a whole project.
A whole,
Oh,
not
I'm like,
whole.
what?
Whole
My
Oh my
bad.
God,
See,
Mario.
Yo, cause y'all jumping from
Do
all
y'all?
types of- you know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
Because I want to make sure we talk about that too. Because you
How did
have.
I know he was going to repeat it that way? Like,
Yeah.
No, because the way
He
she
was-
talks sometimes, like
Uh-huh.
you ain't put the
Uh-huh.
the
You
L
gotta
in
put the
it.
hoes on the
You gotta put
project.
the L in it.
where the hoes at?
Nah.
There's some hoes.
The hoes
So
in the project?
Marry hoe.
We got the hoes from the project?
Mari Ho. Is that what you said?
I be setting myself up.
Murray
Next
hoes.
project, whole project by Mario.
Man. But nah, I'm working on pieces right now. Like I got a lot of music. I've been having fun. Like I've been having fun with the music. Working with a lot of friends and a lot of just like producers and writers that some new, some older. But now I'm about to tap into the GOATs. Like I want to get in with Pharrell's and the JDs and the Tims and like those guys and like mix it with like some of the newer guys. Or I may do a project with a person like D-Mile who produced Used to Me, the homie, Spring Break. I'm working with him. So I'm working on different pieces, but I will be tapping in on a project probably later this year. I'm in single mode right now.
And you have
Trying to keep the algorithms going.
and you have your memoir coming too, right? I know you've been working on that for a while. We've been hearing about this.
Yeah. Is it coming out this year or what? Yes or
I
no?
don't know when it's coming out yet.
Because if
It's
you
a
put
different
out a new
frequency.
project
Nah, I
and
feel
that,
that.
It's a different frequency, man.
Sick.
It's like a piece of literature lives for so long,
Forever.
and it's like music does too, right? But you can put
it
out
does.
music more frequently. Like I just want to make sure I'm growing so much. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure what I'm talking about, what I'm saying, is both a part of my purpose and also what I feel like the conversation I want to have with people, you know, at that time. So soon, when it's ready, it's going to be very purposeful.
Because you've been working on it for years. Do you look back at what you started with and like, oh, I don't know if I feel like this? Because sometimes
just enhancing the language and the intention and how I project myself through the writing. Like the same intention, but enhancing how it's received, if you will. By reading, like the words or the way I say something, right? But most of it's sticking. But yeah, just enhancing it.
Okay, and then last thing I want to ask you, any words for Life Jennings? I saw that he felt like you were making fun of him.
Life, bro.
And I know you want to...
Wow. This man, me and Life has had many conversations, bro. Like he's a legend in his own right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that people got it misconstrued because when I did like this, I was saying like, all right, I've been at shows and fans will post like something and I'm like, damn, why they post that part of the show?
Right, the worst part.
Hey, why you post the part of the show that's not like, and then say whatever. Like, I've had fans post things I didn't like. So when I saw it, I was like, why she post that? But I didn't say why she post that. I just did like this. And so, you know what I'm saying? You know, the internet did. But you know how the internet is be antagonizing.
Right. And
like,
then she was
life is all love.
Because I know you are not even that type of person. That's why I wanted you to.
Nah, I'm not.
But I am.
I'm not. But it's like if I
am unintentionally.
Yeah, like it just happened. But it depends on the situation.
It depends on the situation.
Like it's multiple different sides of me. Like I had a lot of identities. Like I'm just controlled. I just like control my narrative.
So Rio's back.
Rio's always been here.
I thought
This is a mixture between Rio and Mario though. Used to me it's like a mixture between both.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a balance.
So like in the bedroom.
We can get to it. There's like the Rio's like the older version of the young kid from Baltimore, right?
Okay.
Young kid all grown up.
And he just a little bit more like he don't care. He don't think about the consequences.
He reckless.
Right? He a little more reckless.
Reckless.
Mario is the kid who grew up in the industry and like, you know,
going to church,
child star.
Not even that. We ain't even get to him yet. He grew up in the industry, so he understand the game. He played the game. Like, you feel me? And then Mario, like me, is like the kid that grew up in Baltimore that has been kind of watching from the outside, watching everything and like kind of just staying pure. You know what I'm saying? And like keeping myself, remembering where I came from. You know, I'll never forget that. My grandmother still talks to me. That's Mario. My mother, you know, one of my angels. You know what I'm saying? Like my family, my ancestors, like that's Mario.
We love it.
Yeah. I love y'all too.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Mario. And to Rio also. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Rio.
Shout out to him. Shout out to Mario also.
Yeah. That's your new identity.
Hell nah. I ain't taking that one on me. Nah, we good with that.
But honestly, no, for real, this is really your third time on the show.
Yeah, for sure.
You rocked with us during the pandemic. And I love that you're so much fun to sit down and have these conversations with, honestly.
Yeah, we gotta have fun with life, man. And at the end of the day, I hope what people take from it is balance. Balance is important. Have fun with life. Balance. Don't judge yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Have a vision for your life, for where you want to go. Work hard. And don't let nobody outwork you.
Yeah,
you know?
man.
Work
life is
on
to
what
be
you're doing.
lived. We gotta enjoy every
Gotta
second.
live life.
All right, it's lip
I love that.
service.
Let's go.